up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, y'all? We are down here, honey, to talk about a few of the shows. I almost hit the thing to stop recording. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Girl, I can't see a thing, honey. We are down here. I'm about to hit the city worker. He get his thick legs out the driveway. So we're down here, honey, to talk about the Real Housewives. No, the Belle Collective, honey, the Bells. We're here to talk about the Bells. So we're down here to talk about Belle Collective, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Married to Medicine. Did I already tell you to like and subscribe and comment and let me know you stopped by? So go ahead and do that. Hope everybody had. Today is Monday, right? Girl, I don't know what today is. Is today Monday? I feel like something is missing. Oh, you know what? I know what's missing. Anyway, so go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stop by. What's missing is usually when I do a V-neck, I wear earrings that come down because everything is longer. So, yes, come on, Beyonce. Beyonce's giving you Donna Summer, honey. Okay, so we're down here to talk about the Belle Collective. The Belle Collective was cute. Wait a minute. Oh, I was like, girl, where are my Married to Medicine notes? Girl. Okay, so let's talk about the Bells. Okay. The Belle Collective was pretty good. Let me turn the car off. Let me open the windows a little bit. So, it was good. It was funny. They had like some funny parts, especially the exchange between Latrice and Essie. Oh my God. That was so funny to me. That was really funny. Akeisha is showing Letitia around Ferris Street like she ain't from there. I was like, girl, you acting like this girl ain't from here. She was just looking around. She was like, yes. And, oh, okay. They didn't show me that the last time. And then I thought it was interesting that she didn't know the lady, that Akeisha didn't know the lady. What was her name? Miss Dorothy? What was the lady's name that was showing Letitia around last season and was like telling her like she's really been involved? But anyways, look, Akeisha has office space and some land over there. I think it was office space and some or maybe they drove over there and they just have that land, that piece of land right there. I don't know. But anyway, she was giving her history or whatever, and she was like, Marie is really gonna love this. And Akeisha was like, what do you mean, Marie? And she was like, yeah, because me and Marie are working together for this. And so look, Akeisha was like, well, girl, let us work together first. So Akeisha doesn't like based on the way Marie performed. Like I said, the same thing goes. Like, you don't know who these people are. You don't know who's coming. If it's 5 people at a brunch, 15, whatever, you're networking, your behavior, right? And that goes for Akeisha, because I'm thinking, like, remember Akeisha would, like, last episode was complaining that she didn't know the people and she thought it was going to be the who's who and all this other stuff. But in that same sense, Marie acted a fool, and now this woman doesn't want to work with her in terms of investing or whatever. She says after she performed at the brunch, she doesn't want her money or nothing. I was like, okay, girl. So Letitia and Marie are sitting down at Letitia's house. At Letitia's office. And, they're just talking. Now, the one thing that I have to say about Marie Monroe, honey, I don't know why she does this. And I don't know what it is. And it's a part of her personality. But when someone asks her how she's doing, I think she wants to, I don't know, like, for some people, you don't want to ask them how they're doing because then they start telling you, like, really all of this stuff about them. Marie acts like she wants to do that, but she just responds as if she's tired, right? Now, I understand lupus can, make you tired or whatever like that. But when every time she's asked, Marie starts off like she about to fall down. Like when I ask my son to do something, and I ask my son to do something, and he'll just like droop all the way down to the floor. His hands, his whole arms, he'll just collapse. He'll just collapse. That reminds me of of what Marie wants to do. Marie just wants to collapse all the way down and be like, "Girl, help pick me up." That's what my son does when I ask him to do something. He'll be like, "Oh." That's what Marie reminds me of, because it's always like, "Oh, girl, I just got a lot on my plate." Okay, we understand you have a lot on your plate, so we need to be a little bit more sensitive to Miss Marie Monroe. Okay. Jerez, she's talking about Jerez, a lot to balance. It's been tough. Um, she says, I admire you and I love you. I think she says you're an inspiration, what you do with your brunches. But I think it's best for me not to come to any future brunches. Now, had that been me, I would have told her before that it would be probably best if she did not come. She says, "Well, I get over there and people just talk and mess about me. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't." Letitia told her, "You weren't down for me." She said, "I'm through with it. I'm through with it. You don't want to be in the same room with Latrice." We were in the bathroom screaming because she was like, it's not a big deal or whatever. And it was like, Marie, I don't know what was wrong with Marie. I don't know. I was just like, girl, I'll be like, you can't come to my brunch. It don't have to be no big deal. Because again, I'm wondering, is every time Marie's there, does it happen like this? Because I know Letitia is not only doing brunches when the Belle Collective cameras are up. So my question is, when the Belle Collective cameras are not there, does Marie come to your brunches? And does she behave like this every single time? Or when she gets in front of the camera, her producer tells her, "Act a donkey, kick your hind legs up, act a fucking fool." Because she does every single time, every brunch. And then she acts like, "Oh, well, it's nothing I can do." Girl, yes, it is. You could behave. You could sit there and eat your food and shut your ass up. You can. You're the only one still holding on to it. You don't want anyone to hold you accountable, and that's what Latrice says about Marie as well. The fact is, I don't think. Okay, so what the way that? Okay, I guess we're gonna. Girl. I'm like, what is he doing? I don't want to be in the same room. She says you don't want to take accountability and you don't want to hear anybody out. That's another thing. It's like she can't listen. She doesn't want to listen. And it's like, to me, when people are like that, to keep trying to do it over and over again, you might get, I want to say you might get 3 times. It depends on the situation. But after 2 times, and it depends on if I care about what it is. Like, I'm we can't keep talking about this. We can't keep going back and forth. If you're not going to forgive Latrice, I'm not going to keep asking you to be cordial with this woman, to act like a professional. People work with people every single day that they don't like. Like, they literally don't like these people. They don't like their personalities. They don't like the way they deal with people. They don't like their management style. They don't like them. But they don't get in front of everybody and start acting a fool. So I know that you know how to behave, because I'm sure there are people that you work with that you don't particularly like, their personality or something. So I know you know how to act. You know what I'm saying? Glen and Letitia's mom. Okay, Glen goes over to Letitia's mom's house. He says she's like, mom to him, because he's known her since he was 18 years old. He says he had a long time to think about things. I don't know if he was driving back from somewhere or been at home alone. I guess he'd been at home alone. he shares with us that he's been through as a child, he's been through what Joshua is going through now. Basically, the dad not being there with him, and he doesn't want him to go through that. If I do the opposite of what my dad did, I'll be a great dad. Now, that him saying that sounds good, and that's the one thing about the way that men like relate to people. They're very performative, and they'll say things and have no intention of doing it, right? So it sounds good to say, if I did everything, if I did the opposite of what my dad did, I'll be a great dad. And a lot of men, shocker, if they did the opposite of what their dad did, they'll be great fathers. But for some reason, it doesn't click. It doesn't click. It's almost like, well, let me just do the same thing. And I know why. It's like, why should I do anything different when there's no consequence for the behavior? And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line in every situation. Why should I change if there's no consequence? I can get back in the bed with you. I can come back home. I done had a baby on you, and I can come back home. What else is there left to do? Marry another woman. That's the next thing for the nigga to be crosstown married. That's the next thing. Then another baby. And then a fucking family. Right? So you probably know different than your uncles. And your daddy. And your granddaddies. K. Michelle told you these niggas ain't shit. They granddaddies ain't shit. The daddy and the granddaddy. She done told y'all. It takes more than me to just compromise. You have to show her. You're going to have to show Letitia that you've changed. She says, because you know you're slick as okra. I'm trying to tell you. And the crazy part is, if you are aware, and that's why if they are aware that you are aware of how they operate, like you think you have the instruction manual, but you got the factory manufacturer's model, and you could understand how they're programmed, they don't want to talk to you, because then you can tell when they're playing games and being slick and trying to say shit and add extra words to shit. Yes, and I'm glad the mama was clocking his ass. You slick. You gave her the materials to build the house around her. Every time you mistreated her, you handed her a fucking brick. Every time. But you hoes turn around and give these niggas a sledgehammer and let them knock it down. You done built up the fucking wall. I'm telling you, until I see, what's his name, out of the intro, I ain't got nothing for Letitia. She ain't no different. I don't give a damn. The length of time you've known someone should not be the deciding factor on whether you keep enduring abuse from them. What? I mean, if you're one of the girls trekking through the tundra for the rest of your life, trying to find somebody to live the rest of your life with, my whole thing is, why would you continue? If you've been with this man since you was 18 years old, you've been 20 years, however old you are, 20 years together, 21 years together, 22, however long they've been together, and he's been mistreating you for portions, in and out, in and out, in and out, and you are thinking about it because it's been so long, and then you would have wasted all that time. Is the time wasted if you truly learn the lesson that you in fact deserve someone better than that? Is it truly wasted if you spend your 18 years with someone and you're like, you know what? This is actually not how I want to be treated for the rest of my life. I don't want to look in the mirror and then be worried about if this man is on a trip because he's lonely, that he's spending time with another woman. If Letitia is not enough, I think it would be, see, they want someone to come back to. And as long as you will allow them, I say this all the time about men, they will stay as long as you'll have them. They will. They will stay. They will terrorize you. They will abuse you financially, emotionally. They will send you through the carousel, girl, and spin you right round, baby, right round like a record baby, and then spin that motherfucker backward so you can hear the demon talking. Yeah, in the backwards music. They will. As long as you have them, they'll stay. That's why, oh, y'all the ones filing for divorce. No shit, nigga. She's tired. She's tired of living with Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden on Fridays. Okay? She's fucking tired. But they'll stay as long as you have them. I'm telling you, every nigga you look at, it's a woman tired of his shit. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You done committed a class A felony. The cheating is misdemeanors. The baby is a class A felony. And unfortunately, the cheating should be a class A felony, but you have a manufacturer programming that says, oh, that's just what they do. That's just what they do. That's just what they do. You gave her the material to build the wall. I feel like I'm doing it now. I need to make this work. Girl, you can have it. That's your man, child. You gonna stick beside him because y'all done been together all this time, and he done cheated on you, had a baby on you, and you're contemplating because you don't want to waste those years. So you decide to make a choice and stay longer. It just doesn't compute for me. The math never maths because you are never gonna get the good part of the deal. You get the low end of the deal. What part are you getting out of this? Accepting him back home. What are you getting out of it? A penis? Some in-house dick? He in everybody's house giving dick. I'm telling you, the next thing is a family. Maybe she'll leave when the next wife show up, calling bitch. Somebody call that girl slow slaw. Bitch, somebody call that girl slow slaw. I don't think I could ever call her anything else. Slow slaw, girl. You're gonna have somebody like her on your hands next. You watch. Somebody that loves to be in the camera. Somebody's gonna say that the whole show is centered around her. Watch. That's gonna be next. It's gonna be a bitch on Instagram going live on your ass, Letitia. Keep fucking around. Keep fucking around. Akeisha and Willie, child. Here come Willie with his big ass. Willie the bear, honey. Willie, they've been together how long? 10 years? I think they said 10 plus. I don't know. He was born and raised in New York. Akeisha wants to move back. This is Akeisha's husband, Willie. Willie just now Willie, when they was talking about being country versus southern, I was like, okay, bitch. But I'm not even from the South, and I took offense to that because I know what it is. I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to say. Somebody's not as smart as or backwards when somebody's doing something country. You doing something country. It's a difference between being country and being southern. And she was like, you know. Anyways, he doesn't want to move. He basically wants what he wants, and he's not. It looks like he is willing to compromise, but he is going to fight all the way there. He's going to fight all the way there. He's going to throw a tantrum. He's going to roll on the ground. He's going to kick his legs. He's going to pout. His nose is going to be snotty the whole time. He's going to make that move as uncomfortable for her in the slightest ways as possible. You watch. It's just gonna be little things. She's gonna be uncomfortable because he doesn't want to move to Mississippi. He wants to stay in New York. Watch. He wants to be able to go out, vibe with the community or do whatever. So Gucci is gonna show them another property. How we eat, that's what he was saying. How we eat is based on his income, and he needs to be where he can make money. And she was like, okay, well, this is what we're doing. This is gonna be how we eat too. Stop playing with me. And then that's the thing when you see in relationships, I appreciate that because I don't want to hear Willie talking about, well, he's just going to act like a child instead of saying, I'm the man and what I say goes and I'm the head of the household and all this other stuff. He's not going to do that. He's just going to act like a child within the compromise. So they compromise and give you childlike behavior. Tell me I'm lying. Akeisha and So Gucci, she shows her the house, a little bit of the house. The house look okay to me. He was like, we live in a mansion right now. That's where we live right now, in a mansion. And with a pool. But she said she don't want to rent. She says, you know how I feel about renting. He was like, well, I feel like you buying something or trying to buy something is kind of permanent. Like, that feels permanent to me. There's no elevator. It's a lot of house for it being temporary. We're renting. I don't like that. She says, you kidnapped me. It's always your family. She said, I Michelle'd for you, then you need to Barack for me. And I like that she said that. I mean, I understood what she was saying by saying that. Like, you hold it down. In order for us to be equally successful, you are going to have to compromise. I spent how many years in New York fulfilling your career? Now it's my turn. Like, I don't understand that. It's like, God damn it. Like, you guys have these women supporting you for years and years and years. And I feel like I'm getting really pissed off because as soon as she wants to do something, it's cry baby, throw a tantrum all the way there. I'm just still a little skeptical. They're going to still look around or whatever, honey. This is when Essie and Latrice started talking, honey. It was so funny to me because Latrice said, baby, I smell white diamonds. And I looked up and it was Essie. I said, bitch. She said, oh, you here? Bitch, she said, are you here for a makeover? She was like, bitch, no, you did. She was like, that is shady. She said, girl, it's no shade whatsoever. Bitch, Latrice was giving me my fucking life. She gave me my life. She said, bitch, it's no shade whatsoever. Bitch, and when she walked her out, after they had their little conversation or whatever, and she walked her out, she said, let me walk you out, girl, because y'all say I'm in the hood. Honey, they was going back and forth. It was beautiful. She was like, because we got a hairline too. What she say? A skincare line? No, hair products. We got hair products too. She was like, girl, I'm glad I was an inspiration. She was like, girl, you was not an inspiration. Me and Marie done had our shit for a long time. We are licensed cosmetologists. She said, well, girl, she was like, it's good. She says, and you're over here in the hood. She was like, and we in Dogwood. I guess Dogwood is a better area or whatever. And she was like, girl, I'm worldwide and you're over there on a corner in Dogwood. Don't play. I was like, come on, Latrice. Come on, bitch. She says, so let's talk about the rumor. I'm here because I really want to talk about reconciliation between you and Marie. She says, well, basically, it was almost like they came to you and asked you who could they talk about, basically. And you said, I don't care don't talk about Letitia. I don't care if you talk about Marie, basically. And she said, yeah, I said it. I said, I know that's right. Let me tell you something. There's nothing that I respect more than someone standing in their shit. Yeah, I did it. We're not friends. I don't owe her anything. So you can talk about her if you want to. Just don't talk about Letitia. And I noticed she said that her and Letitia were friends at the time. So I don't know what's going on with them because she said at the time we were friends. Marie is not my friend. She don't have nothing to do with me. I don't give a shit about her. And then she was like, besides, who gives a shit about a rumor? She said it hurt them personally and professionally. And she said, okay, my heart goes out to her. I'm willing to build a bridge or whatever. And she was like, well, we both have lupus. So stress plays a role in how we feel. Are you open to talking to Marie? And she says, yeah. She was like, I want to put it behind us. She said, girl, let me walk you out. Cause I know y'all say I'm in the ghetto, honey. That was so funny. When she said she smelled white diamonds and looked up and saw Essie. Bitch, that was the best. And then when she said, it's no shade whatsoever, I said, yes, Latrice. Oh, that was so cute to me. That was the cutest part to me. That was so cute. I was like, they did that. They really did. She was like, well, I'm glad I was an inspiration. It's the accents. I gotta love it. Gotta love it. Glen and Letitia go sit down to talk, honey. I have a lot of notes for them. They go and sit down and talk. He wants to apologize. Letitia came in looking good, honey. Make him remember. That's what she said. She had on the make him remember, honey. Make him remember what he's missing, honey. That you have a new glow about yourself. And she said, yeah, that's the God in me. He was like, I hope nobody else is in you. Hope that's all that's in you. She was like, don't worry about it. But she should have never let him think that she's not fucking anybody else. I don't care. If I have to walk around here in doubt, see, you're choosing to, I can't, I don't know. Like, if I was a counselor, I would be like, so what you gonna do, bitch? Because this is stupid to me. What are you doing? And then, like, my whole thing is, I always think about children watching their parents, one parent mistreat the other parent, and then the other parent just, like, dealing with it. It's like your kids are watching you, and they're learning this behavior. And either they're going to internalize it and then adapt it and apply it in their relationships, or they're going to be like, this lady is absolutely crazy. Why the fuck is she dealing with all this mistreatment from my father? Yes, there are some kids who will accept it and be like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to act in relationships. And then there will be some kids who will think you are completely ridiculous for hanging on to this relationship that doesn't serve you. They will think you're crazy. And I think about that when I think about women with girl children and their children watching their mother. It's always one that's like, girl, you stupid. Like thinking their mama is dumb as hell for putting up with their daddy's shit. And then there's some other ones that be like, well, I'm not going to say anything until you decide to leave because you're still my parent and I'll just let you suffer, instead of being like, Mom, this is not healthy. I know that's my dad, but this, you can't live the rest of your life like this. And then y'all wait until the kids leave, and then it's like time wasted. Like, why would you wait until the kids leave? I understand, I get it, but at the same time, ask children who live with their parents and the parents don't like each other. Ask them how their home life is. While parents are thinking, well, I want to do it for the kids. You use your kids as scapegoats all the time. Dr. Ish told you on Marriage Boot Camp, y'all don't stay for the kids. You staying for yourself. You're not staying for the kids. You're not. You're not. He said that she was a no-show out at counseling. Why? Why do I need to be at counseling? So you could sit there and start crying and throw a little tantrum? And then the woman feels sorry for you, or the man or the counselor feels sorry for you, and you could play the victim? No, I'm not doing that. He said, I always take him back. He said, minus the calls and the texting and the affair, I'm a great catch. Well, you haven't taken those things away, right? You haven't taken those things away. So that means you're not a good catch, Glen. You're not. You're not. You are a man who lacks self-control. You are a man who lacks integrity. You are a liar, a cheater, an emotional abuser. You are not a good catch, bro. Minus the texting and the affair. Minus all that. But it's not minus because it's still in you. And because you have not been punished enough, and by punished I mean left, you are going to keep doing what men do. And Letitia is going to keep accepting it. I'm tired of Letitia telling us, well, I've been with him since I was 17 years old. I'm not a 17-year-old girl anymore. Bitch, I can't tell. I can't tell. You keep making all these proclamations about who you are, but you showing us somebody else. You not too far from Glen. You not too far from him. Both of y'all are showing patterns of behavior that haven't changed. That don't have no, there's no signs of changing. So you're no different than Glen, girl. In my eyes, I'm fucked up in the mind. He says you've always been enough. What? How can I trust you? The issue was me. I feel alone when I'm gone. He's a longshoreman. So he's, okay, you gone. But girl, if you don't turn on Netflix, why is it that you need a woman? Why is that? Like, why can't you just call your wife? I just don't get it. Why do you, because it's something new? I don't know. I don't get it. You want to feel needed. You want to feel like another woman likes you. You want to feel like you still got it. Girl, you could feel like, but you want to feel like you still got it and then have, like, he wants his cake and yours too. You've always been enough. The issue was me. I feel alone when I'm gone. I said, read a book. Did she say read a book? Because that's what I said too. Read a book. I miss my family. You're the reason why I live. I can't tell. It's a lot of shit y'all be saying. Like, I'll be like, looking like, you saying it, but girl, I can't tell. It sounds good. It sounds great. There's no action. You make me look like a fool. I said, he can't make you look like a fool if you stay with him. He can't make you look like a fool if you stay with him. You the fool when you stay. And he's not him making you look like a fool. It's you fooling yourself. You the fool. Making yourself look like a fool for staying with someone in a relationship that isn't mutually beneficial. You're staying because he wants to stay. He wants to stay. He still chooses me after he goes out and has relationships and babies with other people. He still chooses me. That's the mind fuck. You still think that him choosing you is of value. It's not. He chooses everybody. And he will stay as long as you will have him. Y'all don't listen to me. I'm single, honey, and bitter. That's what they say. You're too friendly. You need to represent me as my husband, girl. That's your representation? Maybe this ain't for you, she said. I can't allow this. You whisper sweet nothings in my ear and then turn around and I'm in the bed with you again and then we right back to where we are. It's a level of comfort, and for a lot of women, they really don't want to get to know another man. They don't. That's why a lot of women stick around with the same nigga over and over and over and over and years and years and years. They don't want to get to know somebody else. But it's like, why? I don't know. It's like you wearing yourself down for what? That's not comfortable. Whittling yourself down and wearing yourself down to be with somebody because you don't want to get to know anybody else. She said it's a privilege to be with me. Well, you're lowering your value being with someone who doesn't respect you or honor you. You are. You're lowering your value as long as you are attached to someone who does not respect you. If you know that you are a privilege to be with, if you know you are the cat's meow, as the elders say, if you know that, why are you with someone that doesn't know that either? There's not an agreement here. Because if he thought it was a privilege to be with you, he would not be sticking his raw penis in other women and impregnating them. It just wouldn't happen. And if it did happen, you wouldn't take him back if it was a privilege to be with you. Obviously, I mean, anybody can be with you because they can have babies on you. They can cheat on you for years, not just a few years. Some women don't stay long. 18 years? I can't tell. It's supposed to be T&G against the world. Well, he's trying to fuck the world, girl, while you over there with your cape on, waiting for him to come home, thinking that you're a privilege to be with, and you sitting over there boo-hooing because he off somewhere fucking another woman, impregnating her. But you're a privilege to be with. You have to believe that too. That's the gag. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of things that y'all are just saying and there's no actions behind it. I don't believe you or Glenn. I'm going back in the bed with you. It's not them, it's how you feel, like medicine. But the medicine is making you sick. I can't keep experiencing the same pain. You can't play with me. I'm scared to love again. Even the way, listen to me when I say, go back and watch that scene and watch how he comforts her in her pain. He's calling her man. It's okay, man. It's okay, man. I love you, man. She said it's baby steps. We can go on a date. Girl, it wouldn't be no dates. The date at the courthouse. That's the next date to sign these motherfucking papers. I'm sorry. Letitia, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself if this is something you are wanting to deal with for the rest of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in a relationship where you feel like you're fighting and working and fighting and working and fighting and working, look your ass yourself. Go in the mirror tomorrow morning and ask yourself and think about your relationship and think about all the things that you are putting up with and dealing with in your relationship, and think about how it's affecting your body, your mind, your spirit, your bank account. Think about all of that and then ask yourself, do you want to do this for the rest of your life? And listen for the answer. Take care of each other and protect your energy. Peace.